Hey, I'm Max. After living in Singapore for 3 years, I realized that I had become a little bit Singaporean Liao. I adopted so many local habits, so I'll not be a Western Caucasian angmo anymore. And today I wanna share my new strange habits, my fellow Singaporeans. Using short forms everywhere. If you're a foreigner and you just arrived in Singapore, try to read Straits Times. You'll get nothing. So many abbreviations. Or the best example would be if a foreigner tries to understand what's going on a BBDC website. What is BBDC? Ayo! Bukit Batok Driving Center lah. BTL, RTL, PPL, TBDS, 2B, EPTL. What? But I'm now used to these abbreviations. It actually feels special when you use them. You know that only you and your local friend can understand it, so it brings a deeper connection to your relationships. Drinking water from the tap. Although Singapore doesn't have its own water and buy it from Malaysia, it's perfectly cleaned, refined and ready for drinking. So I started to drink from the tap. Of course, there are other countries where you can do the same, but it's funny, when I traveled in Europe, after crossing another border, I always googled whether it's safe to drink tap water in a particular place. By the way, in Singapore, I'm always asking for ice water in the cafe. It's just so normal, right? And especially now, it's useful to have ice water quickly to get rid of your mask. Did you know that cleaned water surplus Singapore sends back to Malaysia via a reversed pipe which sits along the bridge to JB? You see? You become smarter watching my videos. To get 10x smarter within the next 2 weeks, just subscribe to this channel, okay? Oh yeah, JB stands for Johor Bahru. As mentioned before, Singaporeans shorten everything. My next habit is to end phone call when you pick up and hear this.
Hello, this is DBS Bank.
I got used to scammers calling almost every day. I used to live in many countries and never experienced so much phone call scam. I guess the reason is that Singapore has a relatively rich population compared to others, and that Singapore's banking system is very developed. I don't know, but it's just annoying. This one is my favorite one, adding the word one to every sentence. Which one is this one? Oh, it's my one. I mean, it's just so tempting to keep adding it everywhere. This one, that one, I think I repeat it constantly every single day. I got a habit to walk fast. I was always a fast walker, but in Singapore, I built on this habit even more, as Singaporeans are the fastest walkers in the world. There are good news and bad news about it. Which one to start? Okay, bad news is that people in fast-moving cities are less likely to help others and have high rate of heart disease. The good news is that a new study shows fast walkers age more slowly, look younger and have better mental health. Well done, my fast-walking brothers and sisters! I started to enjoy the greenery more than the sea. Like many others, I always loved the sea, but here in Singapore I developed an adoration for the greenery. Once I was walking around Labrador Park and I suddenly realized that I appreciate the sea, but I enjoy observing forests and jungles and all the greenery of Singapore even more. Did you know that study from MIT and the World Economic Forum called Singapore the greenest city? 30% of the city is green due to Singaporeans' love of gardens and other green spaces. And don't be surprised if you see wildlife such as monitor lizards or snakes in the heart of the city. The next one is tricky. I want to adopt this habit, but I'm a little bit hesitant. I've read that a gentle burp is considered to be a sign of appreciation of good food in Singapore. So far, I don't remember that I've experienced it here, but maybe I just overlooked it. Is it true? Please tell me in a comment below. A habit of queuing. You know kiasu, right? The fear of missing out on something. So for me, if I go to a, so to say, more chaotic city, I always start to feel kiasu more. Let's say if you're driving and everyone is cutting each other and trying to put yourself into the desired lane, you also start to feel the temptation to do it. But not in Singapore. I think the perfect explanation came from a dear viewer of my channel. Let me read it out. As a Singaporean, I'm impressed how much we honor getting in line queuing. We make sure we queue orderly in a good orderly manner, and we look out for where is the start of the queue and where's the end of the queue before we join a queue. And then if we observe that someone cuts the queue, We are not afraid to highlight to that person. And if you're already in the supermarket's cashier's queue and forgot to take something, we can always tell the person behind us that we are leaving a while to get something, and then we can easily join back the queue. Sometimes there will be an exceptional case where one person, representative, is queuing, but later on another 5 people joins. That's an amazing observation. But you know what you don't need to queue for? For liking this video and subscribing to this channel. Looking at the app before catching a bus. Normally I open Google Maps and put a place where I'm going, and it says which bus and when. And surprisingly, in most cases the bus will be on time. How come? Why it's not late? Is it public transport or private hire? It's ridiculous. By the way, I also obtained a habit related to this one. Saying hello to bus uncle or auntie. You skip it in the lift, but do not forget it on a bus. I'm not a big fan of unexpected calls, but I got used to them in Singapore. I got calls from a bank, hospital, massage place. Okay, some of them also WhatsApp you, which I prefer more, but I'm generally prepared not to miss an important call. The next one is your favorite, is it? I actually got it from my subscriber. They also use is it to ask questions. Like, there is a salad shop downstairs, is it? You got your coffee from 7-Eleven, is it? I find that really weird. After reading it, I was like, oh yeah, that's true. I remember some people use it quite a lot. But I'm not sure whether it's related to Singlish or not, because Singlish is supposed to ease what you are saying, not to make it pointlessly longer. Speaking of Singlish, I found a great analogy from this girl. If formal English is your strict tiger mom, Singlish is like your favorite aunt. It allows us to lose formality without losing respectfulness, letting us speak comfortably with anyone from hawker aunties to homeroom teachers. I just love it. I'll try to advance my Singlish skills. I'll show you how it goes in the next video. See ya!